today. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. Giants versus Daniel Jones and the Washington Commanders.
That's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today we reach Week 15 and we've got a good matchup in store between the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They've been flawless all year long as they hit the home stretch at 13-0.
And now they just have to guard against complacency. You still got to go out and earn it every week.
Meanwhile, for visiting Washington, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Jones wants to throw to start things out here. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Throwing, Jones. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 54 yards. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Gibson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Boswell's kick is good, and it's 3-0 Washington. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, But 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. This offense, Charles, well, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 with a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, but something like 4 of the last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. On first down, they stick with Singletary. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Singletary again. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And he's got his man. Beckham, touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham. His 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Giants have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Jones throw here, taken in by Knox. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now Jones. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. To throw again on second down. Jones working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. On second down, a run with Gibson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On third down, here's Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. High throw, but he makes the catch. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
On the counter, Gibson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
2nd down and goal. Jones. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Boswell's kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
On the counter, this is Singletary. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Now on 2nd and 13. Howell, flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 1st down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
If there's one thing they aren't lacking in, it's confidence. They took a big and maybe unnecessary risk going for that 4th down. He put them on his shoulders, though, and paid off the big-time gamble.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. And now they're in the hurry-up. They go right back to Singletary. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So here we go, 4th down, Howell. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From midfield now on 2nd down, Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Jones on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. They'll look to throw again. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Boswell's kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One last shot before the break. Howell. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll get started down south of here at Hard Rock Stadium. Philadelphia in town to take on Miami. And it's the Dolphins who are out in front in the second quarter. The Dolphins trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Next, we'll stay right here in the Sunshine State and head up to Tampa to check on the Bucs. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets at halftime. Jordan Love with a couple of touchdown tosses. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
On first down, Howell. Eluding the pressure right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. A give up the middle to Singletary. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Faking the handoff. Howell. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. This time they'll throw it with Howell. Flush to his right. And this one is incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Little bootleg here. Howell rolling to his left. Open man, he's got him. It's Tony for a giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. First possession of the second half now for Washington. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York ready to go again offensively. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hunger.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for the Giants. 54 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Singletary will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to revert. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Beckham, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point try good by Gano, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
Looking to throw on second down. Jones over the middle. He gets it to Gibson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Josh Allen in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And quickly, they get to the line. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. These two teams getting a couple of late-season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 12. And it was the Giants with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep here in MetLife Stadium. Rolling to his right. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. He'll get just a yard on the scramble at 2nd down. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now they go play action with Howell. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. They'll go play action. Howell sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly.
Oh, Howell loses it, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Off play action. It's Howell. They'll roll him out right. He completes it to Beckham. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They run here with Singletary. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. Open man, he's got him. It's Toney for a Giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Giants add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Gano the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. And the Washington offense heading out. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Josh Allen able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Jones. That would complete to Dax Milne. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle. Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations. Over the middle, complete. It's Gibson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete to Dotson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Back to throw again. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On the give, this is Singletary. And some room to maneuver. Past the 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Giants are closing in on a 14-0 record as they extend their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And no, they can't connect on the pass. So that gets the clock down to 11. Time for probably 2 more plays. Got to go quickly, though. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Yeah, they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. There's a game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Giants, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for Washington, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.